everybody, it's Lon.TV, and the folks from Tinke sent along their little heart rate and blood oxygen meter for the iPhone and iPad the other day. This is a little, actually pretty nicely designed little device that works with the lightning connector. So you just pop open the cap here and you get a little lightning adapter that you plug into your iPad or iPhone, and they've got an app that it works with. There's also an Android version that looks a little bit different, but I would imagine the app pretty much works the same on the other platform as well, so you can get your bases covered there. The only problem with it is it really doesn't work all that well, despite the fact that it's really nicely designed. So what you're supposed to do is plug it into your phone, put your thumb over here, and it will measure your heart rate and blood oxygen levels and kind of keep track of that on the app. And they said it's very light sensitive, so they also give you this little thing that you're supposed to put it in when you're outside or in bright light. And I gotta tell you, I've been using this thing in dark rooms, in completely dark rooms, in somewhat lit rooms with this thing, and without this thing, nothing's working right. I'm not getting any kind of accurate depiction of my heart rate. So I'm not sure how well this works, but this is kind of what they want you to do, is put it in this little holder here and then wrap it around your finger so that everything stays dark for the sensor. All right, let's take a look at my heart rate now with the app and see how it works. So this is the app. It actually is a pretty attractive little app. It's got some nice stock images that flow through there. You'll see two different scores here. One is Vita, which is their arbitrary scoring mechanism for determining your best heart rate and blood oxygen level. And there's also Zen, which looks at your overall stress level. And they've got this little breathing game that you can run to try to bring down your stress level. And the lower you get your stress level, the higher the score. So these are not any kind of medically viable scores, but it's something that they've kind of come up with on their own. So let's do the Vita test, which will measure that heart rate as well as the blood oxygen level. So it's going to want us to put everything together. And I want you to pay attention to how much time it takes to get this thing ready for a reading that they kind of want you to do quite often to kind of measure your results over time. So we're going to wrap our thumb up in this thing. I took a measurement of my heart rate right before I started doing the recording just now, so we'll see if it lines up. I was about 84 beats per minute the old-fashioned way. That's because I'm blabbing away here. So we'll let this thing optimize. And this part of the test is where it tries to get you to get your graph at the bottom to kind of line up with what is happening on the top there. So we'll let this kind of work its way out here. And as you can see, it does this all the time. It flatlines out. It doesn't, I'm not moving my thumb or anything. It just kind of flatlines out. It gets all out of whack. So it never gives me the same result twice. So let's wait for this thing to finish up. All right, now it is actually taking the measurement. Almost done. All right, and now it's done, and it says I'm at 72 beats per minute. So, every time I do this, it's never matching up with what I'm counting on my neck here. Earlier this evening, I counted like 70, and it was telling me it was at 112, and now it's a little bit closer to where we were, but we're still off by about 10 beats per minute or so. So I can't say this is accurate. In fact, it's telling me up here that the accuracy is low. It has never given me an accuracy level of medium or high or anything better than low. So I'm really not very confident that it's giving me the right answer that I'm looking for. And you also saw how much time it takes to take the test. Not only does it take that long a time to get everything configured and ready to go while you're putting your thumb on the device, but you also have to put the thing inside the little leather thing here. Get yourself into a place where maybe you're in a darkened room or something, because any kind of light can interfere with it. It just feels like there's a lot of technique involved with trying to do a test that you might want to do a lot more than just once or twice a week. And I think they can maybe do some work on trying to improve that a little bit. I don't know if it's a software thing or if it's a hardware thing, but I think there was a lot of time spent on designing a nice looking product and not a lot of time spent on designing a product that can give you the kind of accurate results that you might need. They're also very careful to put the little disclaimer at the bottom here to say that this is not a medical device, so there really aren't many claims of accuracy anyhow with it. But in my own testing, I can't seem to get it to give me a consistent or accurate reading. And I think if you're going to be relying on this thing to try to make your lifestyle a little bit healthier, it's really not going to give you the data that you need to make those kinds of decisions. So my advice on this at this point, probably skip it. It just doesn't seem to work. This is Lon.TV. Thanks for watching.